Hi, I'm Charles. I own and direct Kaleidoscope School of Music in the Seattle area. And this is a unique video that's meant as a visual diary of the musical life of very special alumnus of the School of Brady who passed away, sadly, in January of this year. I first met Brady on October 11th, 2012, according to my private teaching records. I taught him guitar lessons better part of a decade. I mean, technically probably about 8 years. I've done videos like this commemorating the life of a band, but I've never done one commemorating the life of an alumni. We have run a bunch of different youth bands at Kaleidoscope since 2004. Brady was part of the seventh one, Gravity's Curve. He was a member of that band for 7 years, 7 seasons. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a digital pack rat. I keep tons of videos beyond the hundreds that I've posted to YouTube. I've got additional ones, mock interviews we did in class, rehearsal footage, all sorts of extras. So what I'm aiming to do in this visual commemoration is share some quick clips of that archive of videos with you all. Some of them show Brady's humorous side a little more than the performance ones that are on YouTube. And just so you know, his parents had set up a scholarship fund in his name under the aegis of Kaleidoscope. So you can check the description in this video, and if you would like to donate to that scholarship fund in Brady's name, we have that set up, and we're really excited to use that scholarship fund in Brady's name to help other students here in this area. I've taught hundreds of students and had hundreds of rock band members, but the number of students who've actually been a part of the program for 9 performance seasons is pretty darn small. I can't go to my YouTube channel without seeing some of the 90 videos that he's in on the channel. Anytime that you lose someone at a young age, I'm sure it's really hard to process. Even though you know it can happen and you know it did happen, in this case, there's still this surreal feeling where you step back from it and you remember again that Brady's gone, and you just go, wait, how could that be? So I think there's just something surreal about having to really grapple with the fact that someone has passed on so young. It never quite feels like it makes sense or is the proper course of things, and you kind of have to process it over and over again. So, making these videos has been part of that process for me. I created a core melody rendition of Black Hole Sun, which is a song that his second band at Kaleidoscope performed. I knew he would really love that song, and his parents requested a version of that. So there's on this channel, there's a core melody version of that I did in his honor. There's also a video from a special recording session December 27th, 2022, where he got together with his brothers Jonah and Kason and played at the school, and we recorded them in one video giving 5 songs, so you can check that out in its entirety, but there also will be a clip in this video. And making this tribute now is part of the journey of processing something that's just kind of hard to comprehend. We will always miss Brady, his understated confidence, his subtle sense of humor, his reliability. I mean, it's certainly hard to have him gone. So I hope you enjoy this retrospective with some limited commentary from me, and glad to share all this stuff from my digital vault with you. So this is my oldest recording of Brady. After starting lessons with him in October of 2012, this was a May 2013 recital that I ran for guitar students. This one is first rehearsal footage from the first time his band met. And then I've also got a recital here from November 2013 around the same time frame. For this recital, he played Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. first show at our May 2014 art walk in downtown Issaquah, and it was the public debut of Gravity's Curve after about 7 months of rehearsals. And this is them playing Picture to Burn. This is the infamous hula hoop show where the singers were nervous and they thought somehow it would make things cooler if they brought hula hoops. I don't think they like to be reminded of that. So.
Free bird. That should have been our band.
That's Brady.
Free bird.
This next one is the second performance season from his band, him taking a solo break from the song According to You by Orianthi. So for someone in their second year band, this is a pretty hard lick here. Things evolve quickly. Sometimes you don't always see it in the gradual changes month by month. So this one is Gravity's Curve playing the main stage on Sunday morning at Salmon Days, which is one of the largest festivals in Washington State. Happens the first weekend of October here in our town. And normally we run our own stage for just local bands and kids, but for this one they were invited to play the main stage as the opening band on Sunday. This next one is from a May 2017 art walk, and Brady's taking the solo here. And at this point, they've been a band for 4 performance seasons, and this was the summer where I realized, wow, this band has got consistency, and they're also going to be really good. The following year, out of the blue, Gravity's Curve was discovered on YouTube and invited to play for a youth show called Wonderama in New York City. At first, I thought it was probably some sort of scam or something, but it all checked out. It was a legit opportunity, and so Gravity's Curve had this unique opportunity to be flown to New York. We had to rent equipment. We were there for a couple of days. We played on this web TV series. Before we left, during one of their rehearsal days, the kids did like these mock interviews of how they felt about going to New York.
All right, so Brady, look this way. Okay. So, what was your reaction when you first learned that you were going to New York?
Well, first I was like, wow. Then it's like, wow.
My first guests are a teen rock group from Seattle, Washington, who studied together in the Kaleidoscope School of Music and here to perform a cover of Tearing Up My Heart by the 21 Pilots. Give it up for Gravity's Curve!
1, 2, buckle my shoe! Sometimes you gotta be to know that you're alive and have a soul. But it takes someone to come around to show you how. She's a terrifying heart. I'm alive, she's a terrifying heart. I'm on fire, she's a terrifying heart. Take me higher than I've ever been.
The songs on the radio are okay, but my taste
So 2019 ended up being the second to last year for his band, and this is them at the Salmon Days Festival again, covering, he and the bass player Sabina covering a rather challenging duet pioneered by Paul Gilbert and Billy Sheehan from the band Mr. Big. So here they are doing that. Obviously, 2020 was a tumultuous year for everyone in society, and running a music school, it wasn't easy. I think this might have been from the week before the 6-week lockdown thing started. This was his band tackling The Trooper by Iron Maiden the very first time they played it. And in fact, I had no preparation because I was handing out the music at that point in time and found out apparently a bunch of them already knew it. And then a month later, we were all in lockdown, so I initiated doing a whole bunch of virtual projects where people recorded at home, and this is his band's take on Roundabout, and this really shows, I think this particular part of the clip really shows Brady's sense of humor here, combined with his diligence as a musician, because here he is playing one of the hardest prog songs in the classic rock catalog, and he's simultaneously making it lighthearted too.
Mountains come out of the sky and they stand there. 24/4, my love, and I'll be there.
During the summer of 2020, we were rehearsing at a new location that was bigger and afforded more social distancing. And I did a vlog, which you can see on this channel, commemorating the last rehearsal of his band. I was really bothered by the impact that the pandemic had on a band during what was their final year. I really want them to have a celebratory final year with a bunch of amazing concerts, and instead we had 2 concerts with his band, and I did run rehearsals at this lake house, and this is a piece of the interviews that I did with the kids at their last rehearsal. And do you remember the first rehearsal?
A little bit. I remember donuts and Krista running around being high on sugar off the donuts.
How many did she eat?
I think like 4 or 5. I also ate 4 or 5. That's pretty much all I remember.
The pandemic gave me the opportunity to work with some of the kids who otherwise would have been moving on to being just alumni of the program, because a lot of them were in town studying virtually. In 2021, we put together a so-called alumni band that Brady was a part of. Their name was Error 404. They also have a playlist on this channel. And here's a clip from them performing during the 2021 performance season, when we got back to doing more of our typical outdoor shows. And then Brady's last time performing with us as part of the program was a group of alumni, including his brother on bass, put together under the leadership of his former Gravity's Curve bandmate, Krista, a country band called That Country Band. And this is a clip from That Country Band playing at Hard Rock Cafe, summer of 2022. And then last but not least, this was a special recording session we pulled together on December 27th, 2022 on basically a day's notice. Nobody knew at that point how long Brady had, but we knew it wouldn't be too long. So we were like, we want to make this happen. So his brother, Kason, hadn't really done this kind of thing with a band before. So this was the Brady and Brothers recording session. And it's just astounding to think that I think 26 days after this, Brady was gone. But I feel forever grateful that we were able to capture this moment while he was still able to play guitar and enjoy music with his brothers. And if you want to watch the entire thing, it's a 20-some minute video with 5 songs on this channel. It was posted a few weeks back. I guess I'll close out this commemoration with this clip from that video, and also another appeal that if you want to give to our scholarship fund in Brady's name, just check out the description in the video or contact the school any which way, and we'll make that happen. Thank you for watching this retrospective.